You are now listening to
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joshua Freeman. Welcome back to Joshua vs. the Movies. We'll react, review, and go against all your favorite movies. Today, the movie I'll be going against, standing in the red corner, Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange came out in 2016 and was directed by Scott Dickerson. Doctor Strange stars Benedict Cumberbatch, Tilda Swinton, Mads Mikkelsen, and Rachel McAdams. Doctor Strange was liked by fans and critics alike, but we'll see how magical it is when it goes against me. The genre of the movie will be action, while the visuals and the stunts will represent how well the powers and the CGI looks. If you guys have any questions on the scoring template for each category, it will be in the description below. But I think we're all set, so without further ado, let's get to the review.
Fight.
Round 1.
Master Kaecilius.
Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right here, even though I don't know why they didn't just take the whole book. And I say this because the rest of the book is important later on. But I would say this is still a good set piece for the opening scene in the movie. And it really wastes no time showing off the visuals.
Fight.
Round 2.
What is it?
GSW.
I think I found the problem, Dr. Palmer. He left a bullet in his head.
Nick diagnosed brain death. Something about that doesn't feel right to me.
We have to run.
Hey,
Organ harvest, he's a donor.
slow down. I did not agree to that.
What do you see?
A bullet?
A perfect bullet. And that's leached directly into the cerebral spinal fluid.
Gotta go.
The patient's not dead, but he is dying. Still want to harvest his organs.
They don't need masks on?
Image guidance stat. You can't do it freehand.
I can and I will.
This isn't a time for showing off, Strange.
Cranial nerves
Is
intact.
freehanding really necessary? I see they put the mask on though. He's trying to get the bullet, right? Oh, okay, yeah, he's trying to get the bullet.
You didn't have to humiliate him in front of everyone. Nick is a great doctor.
You came to me.
All the more reason why you should be my neurosurgeon on call.
Look, I'm fusing transected spinal cord. The work I'm doing is going to save thousands for years to come. In ER, you get to save one drunk idiot with a gun. Very flattered by your policy.
Isn't she in this
Look,
movie?
I'm talking tonight at a neurological society dinner.
So romantic.
You used to love coming to those things with me.
They weren't about us, they were about you.
Not only about me.
Steven, everything is about you.
Why do you like him? Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right here. This is a good character introduction scene of Strange showing off his personality and intelligence. When it comes to the actors and the acting in this movie, Benedict Cumberbatch does great as Dr. Stephen Strange. And I'll have to say his acting does not go unnoticed in his role. I also like Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One, and Mads Mikkelsen isn't bad as Kaecilius either. I would say I wish Rachel McAdams had a little more screen time, but it's not too bad. So with that, the movie earns a 1.0 out of 1.0 for actors and acting.
Fight.
Round 3.
What do you got for me?
I've got a 35-year-old Air Force colonel, crushed his lower spine in some kind of experimental armor.
Find me something worth my time. You send me the... Got it.
It's just started. Oh shit. Damn, but that's gonna be my point. I don't know if this movie wants me to feel sorry for this character, but he did this shit to himself. And him saying,
I could have done better.
doesn't tell me he learned anything from this accident at all. But I'm honestly surprised this accident didn't already happen, especially after observing his behavior in the last scene.
Fight.
Round 4.
Really? Sure we got the right place?
I once stood in your place. So might I offer you some advice? Forget everything you think you know.
Thank you, Ancient One.
You're very welcome. Mr. Strange?
Doctor, actually.
Well, no, not anymore, surely. You've undergone many procedures.
Yeah.
He still has a PhD, so he technically is still a doctor.
Good tea. Did you heal a man named Pangborn?
In a way,
You helped him to walk again.
he couldn't walk. I convinced him that he could.
You're not suggesting it was psychosomatic.
What if I told you that your own body could be convinced to put itself back together in all sorts of ways?
Just how experimental is your treatment?
Quite. I know how to reorient the spirit to better heal the body.
I've seen it before in gift shops. One-way ticket, and you're talking to me about healing through belief.
Dude,
You're a
you have no
man
other
looking at
options.
the
You might as
world
well
through a
just listen.
keyhole, and you spent your whole life trying to widen that keyhole.
Rejected because I do not believe in fairy tales about chakras or energy.
You think too little of yourself.
But I see through you!
I thought she was just about to knock his ass back into the wall.
What did you just do to me?
I pushed your astral form out of your physical form
What's in that tea? Why are you doing this to me?
to show you just how much you don't know. Open your eyes. You think you know how the world works? What is real? Thoughts shape reality. This universe is only one of an infinite number. Who are you in this vast multiverse? Have you seen that before in this book?
Teach me.
No.
Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right here. This whole scene is dope visually. But speaking of the visuals and the stunts, they're one of the highlights of the movie, other than Benedict Cumberbatch's acting. So with that, the movie earns a 0.5 out of 0.5 for visuals and stunts.
Fight.
Round 5. Dude, fix your
Mastery
form.
of the sling ring is essential. They allow us to travel throughout the multiverse. See the destination in your mind. Imagine every detail. And stop.
I would like a moment alone with Mr. Strange.
Doctor.
My hands.
It's not about your hand, Master Hamir.
It's not about
Thank
your hands,
you,
bro.
Master Hamir. Your intellect has taken you far in life, but it will take you no further. Silence your ego, and your power will rise.
It's not really his intelligence, it's very
At this temperature, a person can last for 30 minutes before suffering permanent loss of function.
What?
Surrender, Stephen.
How's our new recruit?
We shall see.
No, not again.
Does this usually work? I hope it usually works. Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right here. This scene is pretty cool, but I have to ask this question. How does a person get chosen to be trained? I mean, is this opportunity simply available to anybody who wants in? I mean, if not, did Strange only get in because of his intelligence? Or were they just so desperate for help they were just accepting anybody at the time? I don't know. That's just a question I have for the movie.
Fight.
Round 6.
Okay.
Oh my.
Oh, he's gonna do the missing page. It's not a bad idea.
Why?
Could it stay like that? Hey, who is that?
Temporal manipulations can create branches in time. You want to get stuck reliving the same moment over and over forever, or never having existed at all?
You weren't manipulating the space-time continuum. You were breaking it.
When are you gonna start telling me what we are?
Well, heroes like the
He doesn't
Avengers
wanna do
protect the
this.
world
He's
from
just
physical
saying,
dangers. We sorcerers safeguarded against more mystical threats. Agamotto built 3 sanctums in places of power. Sanctums generate a protective shield around our world.
From what?
Other dimensional beings that threaten our universe.
Like Dormammu?
Dormammu dwells in the dark dimension, beyond time. And he hungers for Earth most of all.
Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right here. I don't have a problem with this backstory, but I will say this further proves my point that they just accepted Strange because they just needed extra help. I mean, he's smart, but he's also arrogant, and he questions the Ancient One just like Kaecilius did. So it doesn't really make sense to me why they really accepted him, other than that they needed help.
Fight.
Round 7.
Hello? Daniel, I see they made you master of this sanctum. Stop! How long have you been at Kamatage, Mr.
Doctor.
Mr. Doctor?
It's strange.
Who am I to judge?
Oh shit. Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right here. This is a cool first battle between Strange and Kaecilius, and it's good that Strange finally shows off his powers in combat. I will say though, I feel like Strange shouldn't have been much of a challenge to Kaecilius and his followers, especially because he just became a student not too long ago. Nevertheless, the battle is still pretty cool, especially with the Cloak of Levitation. The directing in this movie from Scott Dickerson ends up being really good, as he does well with Inception type visuals. So with that, the movie earns a 0.8 out of 1.0 for directing.
Fight.
Round 8.
Strange! You're okay.
A relative term, but yeah, I'm okay.
No minor feat.
You can fold space and matter at will.
He folds matter outside the mirror dimension. The London Sanctum has fallen. Only New York and Hong Kong remain now to shield us from the dark dimension. With its master gone, it needs another, Master Strange.
He's not gonna like that. He's not gonna like that.
It is Doctor Strange, not Master Strange, not Mr. Strange.
You became a doctor to save one life above all others. Your own. You want to go back to the delusion that you can control anything.
Basically.
Even death.
Not even Dormammu. He offers immortality. You talk to me about controlling death, well, I know how you do it.
Measure your next words very carefully, Doctor.
Because you
Now
might
you
not
call me
like
doctor.
them. She draws power from the dark dimension to stay alive.
That's not true.
I've seen the rituals, work them out.
You'll need reinforcements.
You're a coward.
Yep.
Because I'm not a killer?
What do you think I just did?
You saved your own life!
Exactly.
Would have done it so easy.
You've no idea the things I've done. You lack a spine.
Okay, that's gonna be my point. Look, I understand Strange questioning the Ancient One. What I don't understand, though, is why he was chosen. This really just goes back to me saying they was in desperate need of help.
Fight.
Round 9.
Mirror dimension. You can't affect the real world in here.
The dark dimension makes them more powerful in the mirror dimension. They can't affect the real world, but they can still kill us.
She does draw power from the dark dimension.
I came to you, broken, lost, and you fed me lies. I have a new teacher now.
Dormammu deceives you.
Liar.
Oh shit. So the movie's gonna earn a point right here. This is just a dope set piece action wise, especially with the Ancient One showing up. The action in this movie is pretty good, especially with the visuals throughout the film. So with that, the movie earns a 0.5 out of 0.5 for action.
Fight.
Final round, round 10.
You have to return to your body now. You don't have time.
Time is relative. I've spent so many years peering through time,
That's so dope.
looking at this exact moment. And they all lead here, but never further.
You think this is where you die?
I never saw your future, only its possibilities. Arrogance and fear still keep you from learning the simplest and most significant lesson of all.
Which is?
It's not about you.
I'm not ready.
No one ever is. Death is what gives life meaning. To know your days are numbered. You'd think after all this time I'd be ready.
You said that losing my hands didn't have to be the end, that it could be a beginning.
Yeah.
I don't want you to go.
Kaecilius?
You're on the wrong side of history, Wong.
She wasn't who I thought she was.
Try to tell you.
She was complicated.
What if it overtook her?
I'm sure she was careful.
She taught us it was forbidden. The bill comes due. Kaecilius was her fault. A world on fire.
What if London Sanctum has fallen? You told me once to fight like my life depended on it because one day it might. Well, today is that day. Sanctum's already fallen.
It's too late. Nothing can stop you.
Not necessarily.
We've got a second chance.
Get up and fight. Isn't it beautiful? A world beyond time.
Beyond time.
Strength!
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
You've come to die.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
What is this?
Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Just as you gave Kaecilius powers from your dimension, I brought a little power from mine.
So what's he trying to do?
This forever.
Actually, I can't. This is how things are now.
You will spend eternity dying.
But everyone on Earth will live.
But you will suffer.
Oh, he's saving
Pain's
her.
an old friend.
You will never win.
But I could lose. Again. And again.
That makes you my prisoner. I've come to bargain.
What do you want?
End your assault on my world. Never come back.
Get up,
Oh, yeah,
Strange.
at that moment.
Get up and fight. What have you done?
I made a bargain. Well, it's everything you ever wanted. Eternal life is part of the one. You're not gonna like it.
Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right here. So I guess the Ancient One dying and telling Strange it's not all about him changes him. And even though I still feel like he would still go back to his old life, given the chance, I will say this scene is really good, led by Tilda Swinton. Also, the final set piece is probably the best in the MCU. I like how Strange repeatedly tells Dormammu he wants to negotiate with him rather than having a final battle like every other movie. So there you guys have it. That's my match against Doctor Strange. It turns out he knows his magic as I end up losing this one. We're not done yet though. We're going to see where it fits on the scale. Let's go check out the final numbers. Okay, so when it comes to the final numbers, we have everything except for the editing, the score, and the plot and the story. There were no problems in terms of the editing, so that remained a 0.3 out of 0.3. When it comes to the score, there was a bit of a score in the movie, but I would say it wasn't impactful throughout most of the movie. So with that, the movie earns a 0.0 out of 0.2 for score. When it comes to the plot and the story, the movie provides a good origin story for Doctor Strange. And I'll also say the movie does provide some great motivation for each character also. But I will also say there's still some questions that persist throughout the film, such as why Strange was able to be chosen in the first place, and the plot convenience that happens in order for Strange to go through everything, such as Pangborn, the only guy that got healed knowing the same physical therapist that Strange knows. So with that, the movie earns a 0.7 out of 1.0 for plot and story. So now that we have all the numbers, let's add them up. So the movie ends up with a 3.8 out of 4.5, and that gives it an A- rating. So there you guys have it. That's my movie review of Doctor Strange. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. And also let me know which superhero movie you want me to go against next. Next week, I'll be looking at how Thor is doing.
I am the god of thunder!
But until then, this is Joshua Freeman. This has been Joshua vs. the Movies. I'm going to see you guys in the next match.